that. And presently, right now, I'm involved. I sit on the board of the Toledo Latino. What is the commission? Toledo Latino Affairs Commission board.
Okay.
And we have direct access to the mayor, and it's me, Flores, a girl named Monica Morales. We have my boy Ramon Dienda. We're all Latinos, and we sit there and we talk about issues that affect the Latino community, like jobs, immigration. And we meet with the mayor and we talk to him like these are some of the issues that
That's
are
awesome.
affecting the Latino community. It's pretty cool.
That's super awesome.
It's pretty cool.
I had no idea about that. I had zero idea about that. How do you feel about it? Do you think things are like, is it open dialogue conversation? Are there specific issues that you just want to bring forward to their attention, or
we find ourselves pushing for the communication with the mayor? I understand there's a lot of, they're busy, extremely busy. They're running a city. I get that.
Yeah.
But we have issues that need to be addressed.
Yeah.
You know, and so a lot of times we have a hard time making things happen because things are very slow. The response time is very slow.
That's normal in any like kind of system where you have to go through this, that, whatever. It needs to get approved. In order for it to get approved, it needs to go to whatever. So I mean, I understand that whole process, but I don't wait, time out. I don't understand that whole process. I'm saying I understand that it can be delayed and those kind of things.
And this is a conversation that I've had with Josh. You know, he's the president of the board, and we have to let our presence be known.
Yeah.
We have to let our presence be known. And how do you let your presence be known through a political system?
Yeah.
Hey, we vote.
Yeah.
Hey, we're active. But
yeah.
You know, and so it's knowing how to play the game.
Yeah.
Because you feel ignored.
It's knowing how to approach it, I should say.
How to
yeah, because it's play the game in the format that they're political. They have to go through all those things. Right. But how do you bring it in the best approach that, like, hey, this is serious. Like, this needs attention. This isn't something that we can, like.
For instance, there is a Toledo Police Review Board.
Okay.
The review board has people from the community. They sit with the police, and you're basically holding them accountable in case of any injustices or whatever. You're pulling over a kid, you take him out of the car, you beat the crap out of him. That ain't right. Well, what's going on? It's a review board. We submitted names to be part of, because they don't have any Latino people in the review board. It hasn't been addressed yet, and I understand people are busy.
Yeah.
But this is important.
Yeah.
You know, and these are some of the issues that we're trying to iron out, some wrinkles.
Yeah. I think especially with that, that's a touchy subject. Before we even go any further into that, I want to say that that's a touchy subject. But the Latino community has a different relationship with the police than other people. That's so hard to say. It took me that long just to say it the way that I want to say it.
Right,
it's a very different relationship, and sometimes it's not fair, equal. It's not it's not how it should be. So it would be nice to have some Latinos just to give their perspective. Hey, you saw this, but I saw this. Whether it's good or bad, or maybe they say I'm very proud of what they did. I'm not saying it's going to go one way or the other.
Of course.
Because that can be a very positive thing as well. But to give an honest opinion of what they see, so that it's an official review. It's a solid review.
All we want
in that case, that's all I'm saying from the little knowledge that I have.
All we want. It's the right to sit at the table. Give us a chance to sit at the table.
Yeah.
Just give us a chance.
I like that.
We're not here to beef with no one. We're just here to. We want to be part of the table. We want to be part of the conversation.
So to argue it or debate it from the other end.
Right.
how many members are on this? Do you need to remove a member to add a member? Do you have to do additional members? In order to add a member, what checks do you need to go through to add that? So that's the game, the approach. That's the part that's going to be like, oh, how do we put this together? Are there a certain amount of members? Can we go over that amount of members? Do we add? Do we need to take somebody off the table in order to add? If we add a Latino, do we need to add other ethnicities as well? Does this need to be all around? So all that, you know what I'm saying? Just to play devil's advocate and argue from both sides.
We were approached by the mayor to pick a representative of the Latino community, turn in their paperwork so that they can give him or her a chance to sit at the table. We never even knew that we could do that. I mean, this is all new. I just started being part of this about 2 years ago. Josh has been involved with them maybe 3-4 years. So we're taking roles that used to belong to older Latino members, and now we're the new gen. We're the new generation. Yeah. So we're learning.
And you guys are old.
And we're old.
No, I'm just kidding.
But that's another thing. It's the culture. And I'm not talking about the Latino culture. It's the culture of the city. Some people don't want to let go of their positions, even if it's non-paid, but just to say, I'm doing this, the prestige, I'm doing. They don't want to give that up. But we need young people. I've been saying this since I was young. Since I was in my 20s, like, we need young people to be part of these things because it's good to hear their ideas.
It is, but that's tough. That's a big task to go on a young person,
right?
And and think about us. Well, us when we were younger. I want to say I'm 33 now. I'm not at my I'm not old yet. I don't feel old yet.
Not old,
but I'm not at my youngest either.
Right.
But I know in my 20s I wasn't ready for something like that. Like you would have mentioned something like that, I'd be like, why would you spend time on that? Because there's plenty of other things. Whereas as you get older, you can see yourself in one of those kind of positions. You know what I mean? So maybe that's why. And I think you guys are still plenty young to understand both generations perfectly, the older ones and the newer ones. So you guys are in a really golden seat to give a good perspective on both ends. I think you guys are at a good age for that.
Right. And just we're trying to figure that out. And I'm so glad and happy to be part of that with Josh and the people that I'm in with, because we're trying our best to give the people in this case the Latino community a chance to be represented or to be able to sit at the table and be part of the conversation.
Love that.
Because we want to be part of the conversation. We got something to say. As a people, we have something to say. And now that we're more diverse than we were in the 90s and early 2000s, the conversation, it's more important because it's not just Mexican. It's we're all over the place now. We're
over the place.
We're everything, and everyone deserves to have a voice. I think that's the problem when people you take away their voice, is you take away their rights, because they're not saying, oh, you can say whatever you want, but we ain't listening to you. We're looking over here. But people deserve to be heard, at least once. Let me sit at the table and are you done? Okay, bye.
At least one time. Let me get it off my chest and say what I gotta say.
Right.